Let's read Good Night Gorilla by Peggy Rathmann. Good night, Gorilla. Oh, that's the zookeeper saying good night to the gorilla. But what is the gorilla doing? He's reaching out for something. Can you see? Oh, look what he got a hold of. The keys. And he's watching the zookeeper walk away. The zookeeper has a flashlight because it's nighttime. And it's getting dark. Who is that holding a banana? Do you see back there? That's a little mouse holding a banana. Let's turn the page. Oh, the zookeeper says, "Good night, elephant." The zookeeper is saying good night to the elephant, who's all ready for bed. And the gorilla is following behind the zookeeper, carrying the zookeeper's keys. Do you think the zookeeper knows that the gorilla is carrying his keys? I'm not sure. What? I don't think the elephant is in his cage anymore. Look at that picture. And what is the gorilla doing with the keys? He's unlocking the door. The zookeeper says, "Good night, lion." And the zookeeper says, "Good night, hyena. Good night, giraffe." And what is the gorilla still doing? He's unlocking everybody's cages so they can get out. Oh, I see the lion. I see the hyena. I see the elephant. I see the gorilla. And I see the giraffe. And you know what? We still have the mouse with the banana. What's going to happen now? Good night, armadillo. See, the zookeeper leaned over to say good night to the armadillo. Have you ever seen an armadillo? That's what they look like. Armadillos are mostly in parts of the United States like Texas or Arizona or New Mexico. I don't think. What do you think? Does the zookeeper know that all the animals are following behind him? I'm not sure he does. Let's take a look at this picture. There's the zookeeper, and he is going in his house. And who's right behind him? The mouse with the banana, and the gorilla, and the elephant, and the lion, and the hyena, and the giraffe, and even the armadillo. They're all walking behind the zookeeper, and the zookeeper doesn't even know. What do you think is going to happen now? Let's see. Oh, look at that. They all went into the zookeeper's house. They're following the zookeeper all the way into his house. Oh my. And it looks like the zookeeper is going to get ready to go to bed. It looks like his wife is already asleep in bed. But wait a minute, who's on the bed? The gorilla! He's gonna sleep there too? And the hyena and the armadillo and the lion and the elephant and even the giraffe. There. Oh, even the mouse is there. He's trying to pull the banana up onto the bedside table. Well, this is interesting. What's going to happen? So the wife wakes up and says, "Good night, dear," to the zookeeper who has crawled in bed. But who else is in bed with the zookeeper and his wife? That's right, the gorilla. Oh, I see where the mouse decided to sleep, in the drawer. Everyone is going to go to sleep. Oh no, look, all the other animals, when the light went out, all the other animals are saying good night, good night, good night, good night, good night, good night, good night. If anybody wants to know how to spell good, it's G-O-O-D. Good night. Somebody has their eyes open in the dark. It's the wife. She turned the lights back on. She was wondering, who are all those voices saying good night? There were a lot of good nights. Oh, look what's going to happen. The zookeeper's wife is taking everybody back to their cages. Time for everybody to go sleep where they're supposed to. And then she says, "Good night, Zoo." What is that gorilla doing? Is he telling us, shh? He's telling us to be quiet and don't tell her that he's following her back to the house. Sneaky gorilla. She gets in bed and she says, "Good night, dear." And her husband, the zookeeper, says, "Good night." Look who's crawling into bed down at the foot of the bed. She's about to turn the light out again. And the mouse says, "Good night, gorilla." And the gorilla says, and they're all going to sleep. Oh, I see the moon. It is time for bed. Good night. And good night to you.